Isaiah 41:10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." You know what that means? That means that even when you can't hold yourself up, guess what? God's still holding you down. Because sometimes we think he left us because, we can't feel him. But that's not distance. That's just development. And I know right now, you might be in a space where, life feels heavy for no reason. Like you woke up and didn't even recognize your own spirit. You can't explain the sadness. You just know you feel stuck. You smile in public, but it fades the second that you get home. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You laugh at the memes. You post your content. You handle the responsibilities, but deep down, you tired. You're tired of pretending you're okay when, you're really just functioning through the pain. And I get it. You know why I get it? Because I've been there. Those days when you don't even want to talk to God because what am I going to say? You don't even know what to say. But let me remind you, he doesn't need perfect words. He needs an honest heart. You don't got to have, this big fancy prayer. Sometimes all you have to say is, "Lord, help me." And that's enough. See, depression thrives in silence. It feeds off isolation. But the moment that you start speaking, whether that's to God, maybe a friend, maybe a therapist, or even yourself, you start breaking its grip. That's when you'll start breaking depression's grip. You see, depression don't always mean that you're weak. Sometimes it means that you've been strong for way too long. And the healing starts when you stop running from the truth and you actually start facing it head on. That's when the healing will start. Now, listen, I know people say, just pray and it'll go away. I hear that all the time. But sometimes prayer is what gives you strength to start walking, out of it. Not the shortcut to skip it. It's not that. God never promised we wouldn't feel pain. He promised that he would be with us in it. And that's the part that we forget, you know what I'm saying? Getting out of depression takes time. It's not a race, it's a rebuild. But the key is this, is you have to walk. You can't heal in the same darkness that broke you. You can't feed your pain every day and expect your joy to grow. Sometimes God don't change your situation first. He changes you in the situation. See, that's why the small stuff matters. That shower, it matters. That walk outside, it matters. That journal entry every day, it matters. That small act of discipline, it's like a punch in depression's jaw. You know what I'm saying? It's you saying, I refuse to let this version of me win. You may not be where you want to be yet, but if you're fighting, you're already further than a version of you that gave up. I promise you that. That's why you got to keep on fighting. Now let's talk about letting go, because that's where most of our freedoms are hiding. We always think, peace comes from adding more people, more things, more distractions. But real peace usually comes from subtractions. You want more joy? You got to delete some things, my friend. You want, more focus? You got to remove some noise. You want more energy? You got to stop entertaining what drains it. Some of y'all are tired because you keep giving CPR to situations that God already called dead. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't heal while you're holding hands with what hurt you. And sometimes what you need to let go of isn't even a person. It's a habit. Maybe it's that late night scrolling. Ooh. Maybe it's comparing your life to people you don't even know. Wow. Maybe it's the negative self-talk that's been living rent-free in your head. You can't get out of depression while you keep feeding the thoughts that actually created it. You can't do it. I'm just giving you the truth. Now, let me give you some real quick, short, tactical, real stuff on how we can start walking out of this. Number one, I need you to clean one thing in your space today. Depression loves clutter. This is something that I had an issue with. When your environment is messy, your mind stays messy. Okay? Step two, you got to move your body. I know a lot of people hate this one, even if it's just 10 push-ups or, a 5-minute walk. Your brain releases chemicals that shift your mood when you actually move, and you need to do it often. Step three, write down 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. Not the big stuff, the small stuff. Like I had a good cup of coffee today, I heard a song that made me feel something. See, the truth is gratitude is a weapon. It retrains your mind to notice what's right instead of replaying what's wrong. And step 4, I need you to talk to someone. Depression isolates you and makes you believe that nobody cares. But people actually do, whether you believe it or not. You just have to give them a chance to show up for you. And step 5, this is the biggest one. You have to reconnect with God. Even if, you've been distant. Open your Bible, even if it's just one verse. Sit in silence and let him, talk to you through the peace that follows. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to have it all figured out. He's not, grading your progress. He's celebrating your effort. That's what God is doing. And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Some mornings, you'll still wake up heavy. That doesn't mean that, you failed. It means that, you're still healing. Healing is messy. Progress is very ugly, but it's still progress. Don't let your bad moments make you forget how far you've come, Depression tries to convince you that, your life is meaningless. But if your life truly didn't matter, the enemy wouldn't be attacking it so hard. Think of it like that. That's proof of your purpose. So the next time, those dark thoughts start to creep in, I want you to say out loud, I'm still here. And as long as I'm still here, I know that I'm chosen. So look, here's some homework for you. Start tonight. Unplug for a bit. Sit with yourself and ask, what's keeping me heavy? Then I need you to write it down. Then pick one thing that you're going to release this week. Maybe, it's that relationship, that bad habit, that guilt that you've been carrying for years. Maybe it's that. Then write one thing that you're going to replace it with. Something that actually, builds you up. It has to build you up, not down. Maybe that's prayer time. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's a walk around the block every single morning. Be consistent with it, but do it, because you can't wish your way out of depression. You got to walk your way out of it. And every single step that you take is you still believing that something is better waiting for you. That's what that means. So I need you to hear me with this one. Depression might have slowed you down, but it didn't stop your destiny. You are still chosen. You're still called. You are still needed. And you're about to see why God kept you alive through everything that tried to break you. Because when you finally rise, and I promise you, you will rise, your story is going to set somebody else free. You just got to make it through this chapter. And I know this chapter is hard, but don't give up now. Breathe, pray, move, let go, and trust that God's righteous right hand is still holding you up. Remember that. And if you are having a hard time letting go, y'all know what to do. You can check out that ebook, Letting Go When God Says So. It's a step-by-step guide on how to let go with grace and not lose yourself. Why? Because there's peace on the other side of letting go. You got to remember that. Keep that in your head. So, until next time, my friends, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.